Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another officer video from our little A to Z series again. But before I talk about Komal today, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Komal. He's just a common officer, unfortunately. He is from class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Glory and the Kill, which means he can get synergy from others from that group if he is the captain, or he can give synergy to other captains from that group. If you've seen my video yesterday about Klar can get synergy from Komal, for example, when Komal is on the bridge with them. And he's from the faction Klingon Empire, which means that you need Klingon faction credits to upgrade him. If you want to know something about Komal, there's a short information text about here that even mentions Klar. He does have a captain maneuver, which is called Battleship Specialist. And that means that when inside a battleship, Komal increases weapon damage against players by 20%. So Komal is one of your earliest PvP officers. Just a very specialized one, only works on a battleship, the Kumari, for example. But he is a PvP officer, and at the level where you have Komal, and when we talk about recruiting later, you will see that you have him, will most probably have him very, very, very early, then he is indeed a very good first PvP officer if you need it. In these cases, with the early levels, when I'm talking about this, this is generally the case if you are from the very start on a new server, and most people are growing kind of with the same pace, which is usually happening after a new server started. And I leave out the ones that spend a lot of money then and will be ahead of you, but with the majority of the people you will be on par. And then Komal will be a good help as a PvP officer, but only on a battleship. And he does have an officer ability, of course, which is resist kinetic. That means if the opponent is a player, Komal decreases the damage made by its kinetic weapons by 20%. So another PvP ability here, but it only works, of course, against ships that do have kinetic weapons. So mostly Klingon ships and something like that. So there he would be very helpful. He's not helpful with his officer ability against players that have a ship that only has energy weapons. Yeah, that's sometimes the thing with a non-native speaker, sometimes searching for a word in between. But even if I'm playing that game in English all the time, yeah, we have kinetic and we have energy weapons. So he will not be very helpful against ships that use energy weapons with his officer ability, but against ships that have kinetic weapons, there he reduces the damage. Unfortunately, as a common officer, later in the game, when you have much better PvP officers, you will not be able to use him at all anymore. He's just parked with me, and I'm not using him because as a common officer, he doesn't even have the ability to go to away team assignments, or he doesn't have traits for that, so he's of no use for me anymore. If you've seen my Klar video though, he might still be helpful when you are level 30 or something and use Klar for waves on your Rialta. Then Komal can give synergy to Klar, and then you might even still find some use for him. I don't need Klar for that, but our players that are just starting to do waves, so to speak, and use Klar, they can use Komal to boost Klar a bit. But otherwise, he has no use for me anymore. So he's very important in the early stages of the game as one of the very first PvP officers. But later, unfortunately, he's one of those common officers just sitting around in the academy. And if you see my academy video where it says the academy is there where the officers stay if they are not assigned. Yeah, Komal is always in my academy. But you will have him early because he's in the standard recruit section, and he's a common officer, which means he doesn't need too many shards to unlock, and the normal standard recruit tokens are easier to get than premium or ultra recruit. And if you've seen my video on how to recruit officers here, even if you don't have the tokens, then you will know why you can have this officer really, really fast. And this is really the easiest section to recruit officers that are in this game. But if you want to add something about Komal, if you're an experienced player and want to say how you used him in the past, or if you are a new player and just on the lower levels and you just got Komal, let me know how happy you are with him. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.